Hi guys, Mrs.DeLap back. So for this afternoon, I'm going to be doing number 11 from section 5.2 in Big Ideas, and we're still talking about ratio tables. So for this one, they've given us a ratio table, and the instructions say, find the missing values in the ratio table. And then they've given us forks to spoons, and they filled in some of our numbers. For every 16 forks, there are 10 spoons. And then it's our job to figure out if there are 8 forks, how many spoons are there? And if there are 30 spoons, how many forks are there? The easiest way to set this up is by using equivalent fractions. So I'm going to grab a different whiteboard and we're going to set those up. If we use the first ratio that they gave us, the forks to spoons, we can set it up as a fraction, 16 over 10. Now, we want to find an equivalent fraction, and we want to know how many spoons are there if there are only 8 forks. So you can see I've gotten the numbers right from my table. 16 over 10, 16 over 10, 8 over blank, 8 over blank. Okay. When you're working with equivalent fractions, you can only multiply or divide to find your missing number. So if I wanted to go from 16 to 8, how would I do that? I'm getting smaller, so I can't multiply. That means I have to divide. 16 divided by what equals 8? 16 divided by 2 equals 8. If I'm finding equivalent fractions, anything I do to the top number, the numerator, I have to do to the bottom number, the denominator, which means I also need to divide 10 by 2. And 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So my first missing number is going to be 5. I'm going to go ahead and write that into our chart. Okay. Now we have another one. We still have a missing number here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with that same fraction. I'm going to start with the 16 over 10. I'm starting with that fraction again because I know that that's what they used before, and I'm less likely to make mistakes if I use the fraction they've given me. Now this time, I have a number in the bottom, so that's going to be my denominator. So my equivalent fraction setup is 16 over 10, 16 over 10, and blank over 30, blank over 30. This is how we're setting up for equivalent fractions. Again, we need to figure out an equivalent fraction or equivalent ratio by multiplying or dividing. How can I get from 10 to 30? Well, it's getting bigger, so that tells me that I need to multiply. 10 times what equals 30? 10 times 3 equals 30. If I do something with the denominator, I have to do the same thing with the numerator when we're finding equivalent fractions and ratios. So if I multiply my denominator by 3, I have to multiply my top by 3 as well. All right, now I know that I need to find 16 times 3 to be able to find this missing number. Well, 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Carry my 1. And 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So 3 times 6 is equal to 48. 48 over 30 is my equivalent ratio for 16 over 10. So I can go back to my table and fill in our last missing number, which happens to be 48. All right, guys, make sure that you subscribe so you know when I'm uploading new videos. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to have me do a math problem. Send me a picture of a math problem, or if you're one of my current students, tell me which problem you'd like me to do from your homework, and I will go ahead and upload a video. All right, have a good day.